Some photographs freeze moments in time, but what if a photograph could do the opposite? What if it didn't just capture a memory, but slowly deleted it from reality? This is the story of a camera that didn't just take pictures. It took lives. In a quiet, foggy city stood an old, abandoned house. No one dared to enter it anymore. Locals whispered stories about strange lights that flickered in its windows at night. Some even claimed they could hear whispers coming from within its walls. This house belonged to Argun Mehta, a struggling photographer who had just lost his father. He returned to his childhood home with a simple plan: sell it and leave the city forever. But on his very first night back, something felt terribly wrong. The air was unnaturally cold. The floorboards creaked under his feet with every step. And in the basement, a single, bare bulb was still glowing, casting long, eerie shadows. Curiosity got the better of him. Arjun cautiously opened the basement door and descended the creaky wooden stairs. He found his father's old dark room, perfectly preserved, as if it had been waiting for him. It was a time capsule, untouched for years. Dust-covered shelves were lined with old chemical bottles, and there, sitting on a worn wooden table, was an old film camera. Beside it lay a box filled with undeveloped film rolls. Arjun picked one up. It felt warm, not the normal kind of warm. It felt almost alive in his hand. Driven by a wave of nostalgia, he decided to develop one of the rolls. He prepared the chemicals, slid the film into the tray, and watched as the image slowly began to appear. His heart stopped. It was a photograph of his childhood friend, Ria, smiling right beside him, but something was horrifyingly wrong. Half of her face in the picture looked blurred, faded, as if it were being erased right before his eyes. Arjun tried to rationalize it. It must be film damage, he thought. Old film, bad chemicals. He shrugged it off and went to sleep, trying to push the unsettling image from his mind. The next morning, the news was blaring from every television and radio. Local woman Ria Kapoor has been reported missing. No trace has been found. Arjun froze, a cold dread washing over him. It was the same Ria from the photograph. He rushed back down to the dark room, his hands shaking uncontrollably. He pulled out another photo from the developed roll. This time, it was a picture of his old school teacher. And just like Ria's photo, her face was partly faded, disappearing into the background. With trembling fingers, Arjun searched her name online. The search results came back empty. No social media profiles, no school records, no articles. It was as if she had never existed at all. That's when the horrifying truth hit him like a hammer. The people whose faces faded in these photographs, they were disappearing in real life. Not dying, not running away. They were being completely and utterly erased from reality. Terrified, Arjun frantically searched the basement, hoping for an answer. Any answer. Tucked away in a dusty corner, he found his father's old leather-bound diary. He flipped through the pages, and his eyes landed on one entry circled in red ink. The words sent a chill down his spine. The camera captures more than light. It captures existence itself. The diary revealed the camera's dark secret. Years ago, his father had found a cursed lens in an abandoned photo studio. He soon discovered that every picture taken with it didn't just record a moment. It slowly drained the subject's very existence from the world. The more the image faded, the closer that person came to vanishing forever. As the weight of this discovery crushed him, Arjun remembered something that made his blood run cold. A week earlier, before he had even returned home, he found the camera while packing and, on a whim, had taken a self-portrait. His chest tightened with panic. He sprinted back to the dark room, his mind racing. He developed the image of himself. Slowly, his own face began to appear in the chemical bath. And to his absolute horror, his left eye was already blurred, fading away. He was next on the list. In a desperate panic, Arjun grabbed the cursed camera and rushed outside into the yard. He poured gasoline all over it, his hands slick with sweat and fuel. He struck a match, threw it, and watched as flames roared to life, engulfing the camera. For a moment, he felt a flicker of hope, but just as quickly, the fire died down on its own, sputtering out into nothing. The camera sat there on the scorched grass, completely untouched. There were no burn marks, no melted plastic, no damage at all. It was as if the laws of nature didn't apply to it. It could not be destroyed. Defeated and hopeless, Arjun returned to the darkroom. The photograph of him was now developing by itself, the image growing fainter and fainter by the second. His face in the picture became thinner, more hollow, like a ghost. He could only stare, paralyzed by fear, as his own existence dissolved in front of him. And then he heard it. Click. The camera's shutter went off one last time, but this time, it wasn't pointed at him. It was pointed directly at you. The lights in the room flickered and died. The freshly taken photograph slid out of the developing tray. Arjun was gone. There was no body, no sound, no trace that he had ever been there. Only the camera remained, silent and waiting on the table. Who will be next?